Angie, and I'm so excited to be sitting here with some rock stars. There's gonna be another rock star joining us in just a minute. He'll be floating in. But I wanted to really just dive right in and have each of you introduce yourself, name how long you've been in real estate, and let's actually kick it off with name how long you've been in real estate and what's been the biggest contributor to your success so far.
Okay. Hi, my name is Angie Jack. I've been in real estate for about almost 2 years. And the reason I got into real estate was I moved to Maryland from California. I've been here almost 3 years. And I figured that was the best way of getting to know people. Besides the fact that I've always loved real estate and I've been an investor myself, and I figure now that I'm in a new place, there's no better way to get to know the place by being in real estate, and it's been amazing. What was the last question?
Biggest contributor to your success. What is it? You had some great successes so far in your real estate career.
I really believe that my biggest contributor to my success has been the training that I've received at Keller Williams Legacy. I mean, hands down. And I interviewed with a lot of companies before I decided to join you guys. And they've also had training programs, but for some reason, there was something here that I realized, oh my gosh, I want to make sure that I learn this business the best way that I can and be kind of like a master, if that's the right term, on it. So I can feel very, very comfortable in taking on any deal, any legal issue, protecting my clients in any way that I can with confidence and assurance. And I've been most definitely in training to do that. I'm not there yet, but the training has been amazing. That's the biggest contribution to my success, I think.
Thank you.
My name is Richard Rax. A lot of people call me Ricky. So I would say that I got a lot of stuff.
Come to those people.
So a lot of people call me Ricky. I jumped into the business basically for the simple fact real estate has always been just a tick in the back of my head. It's always been something that has interested me. Generational wealth is something that is a huge impact in my life as far as things I want to do and accomplish in my own future. And what better way to do that in real estate? Real estate is a business that's responsible for the most millionaires and billionaires that we know of in the world today. So it was just a no-brainer to jump in. Contributed to my biggest success, or biggest contributor to my success, honestly, is just putting the work in. Everybody tell you all the time, they see me sitting around the office, facing out the window, just looking at the breeze go by, but my ears are always listening, whether I'm in the conversation or not, just always just trying to be a sponge to as much information as I can. Coaching sessions, I'm always there. I try to go weekly just to keep myself accountable. And I don't try to miss anything. I'm a big stickler on, give me as much information as I can. I'm a big stickler on, let me get my 10 toes in the dirt and, actually get moving and get active. So it's been the work.
And you do. I mean, we do see you sit here and stare out the window and you are constantly that observer, just listening and tuning into all the little things people are saying. So, question I'm going to open up, either you can field this or both of you, is, real estate is 100% mindset. We wake up every morning, we make a choice to do something or not do something. Would you agree?
Yes.
So, what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated when you have tough days, tough clients, all of that?
I know for me, this is just what I want to do. So just understanding that every day is not going to be the day where I close 7 deals in 3 hours.
Yes.
So
We're gonna get there.
Right. So just understanding, that it's a process. Rome wasn't built in a day. just understanding that if this is, you know, a goal that I want to reach, there's going to be mountains that I have to climb up and down. So just really just sticking to the plan. Stick to the plan.
Sticking to the plan for that generational wealth that you talked about.
Absolutely.
Okay. Angie, what about you?
What
Keeps you going? What's that motivator for you?
I always loved, even in other things that I did in my life, the hunt, to use your word.
I do love that.
Yeah, I love like getting something from somebody else, or getting the other person to say yes. That's always been really fun for me. So it's because it's just another interaction to meet someone, to have communication with someone, and to help someone. And in the very short amount of time that I've been doing this, I've helped, you know, a couple of families that have, you know, will stay with me for a very long time, because it's like this human experience that you're part of someone else's life, and I really love that. And you know, the people that I'm helping right now, I got one son his house, and then the father asked me to help him buy the other son's house, and the parents might end up moving here, so, you know, most likely I will help them get their own house. And it's like part of the family, and I also find myself doing a little more extra than just a typical real estate agent would do, mainly because I've kind of become like the family, or part of the family, and I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, if I have a Christmas party, I should invite them, right? I'm thinking in my head, because that connection is really what I enjoy. And I think that's what, you know, gets me excited. The other thing that gets me excited is coming to the office and seeing all your faces, and you're like, okay, what'd you get today? You know, how can I help? Giving us a list of leads, and just getting on the phone and calling and ordering pizza, and all those tasks, all those actions contribute to my success and to my enjoyment of the journey. And I think that's really important for me.
You know what I love that you just said, and then we're going to introduce somebody who just showed up in just a second. You mentioned helping a son to help another son to help the parents, right? And becoming part of the family. And making that connection and doing it, you know, wow, I should invite them to my Christmas party, which absolutely, yes, and me. Like that one. So that's the business, right? It's not, here's a person, here's a house, here's our one transaction, let's close a deal. It's, here's my new friend, how can I help them? How do I stay in touch? Who else can I help in their family? How do I help them in their next move, in their next move, in their next move, or their next investment, and their next investment for their generational wealth, right? For, you know, one person should equal about 7 deals in your age and lifespan. So I love that you share that experience, because you're already on the way to doing that. I love that. So we have another amazing rockstar agent who just joined us. Can you introduce yourself? Speak up, since the camera's all the way over there.
I'm Saleem Queen with Callaway's Legacy, and I love real estate.
How long have you been in real estate, and what's been the biggest contributor to your success so far?
I've been in real estate maybe like 2.5 years, probably pushing 3. You know, Corona got everybody confused, so, but what you saying, what's my what?
Biggest, like, what's been the biggest contributor to your success?
I'm gonna have to say the team, with who I can actually count on them, you know, to be there to help me out with anything I need help with, you know, and just actually the drive too, just being focused and motivated, you know, to be successful. Like no matter what, I'm not giving up. Like you gotta discipline yourself and be disciplined. Discipline is the key to success.
So, for our this question, anybody here can answer, or all of you. What advice would you give an agent who's looking to get a boost in their business? Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna give y'all the best answer ever.
I'm ready for it.
the best answer ever to get a boost in your business is stop thinking about the dollar. Think about actually helping people. When you actually go to the job and try to help people, that's when your business will grow. See, when you looking at it like you helping people, you're not really just chasing a dollar. And when a lot of people fail to realize, being a real estate agent, this is a very important job. And you helping people with the most important decision a lot of people will ever make in their life. You put people in a 30-year mortgage. So I'm not looking at it like, wait, so I'm going to just try to make a quick dollar. I'm looking at it like this, like, you're going to be in this for 30 years. I want you to get the best possible experience and find the best house you possibly can. Because I want you to be satisfied where you at. I don't want you to just like, after maybe a year or two, like, oh God, I can't stand being here now. Like, I want to find another house, I got to leave. Like, no, I want you to be comfortable. And when you actually go helping people, people want to help you. So you out there working hard for them, being friendly, going out your way for them, then they're going to call their mother, then they're going to call their sister, then they're going to call their cousin, Like, I get calls from a lot of my past clients who send people my way, oh, such and such told me to call you. It's just actually really trying to help you because this is the most important decision a lot of people ever make.
That's definitely great that you brought that up. I've only been in the business since March, and I can already get referral calls from sister or son, daughter, uncle, grandma. I get those calls already, and I'm only 2.5 months in, so that's great. That's great.
Can you imagine? So you started in March, right? And you're already getting those referral cards. You're already making those connections. So, Ricky, I'm going to ask you this question, but I'm going to come to everybody else. What's your goal for 2022? We're halfway through the year, which that's just crazy to say out loud. I don't really know what happened to March or April. I think we skipped it.
Yeah, a little bit.
So what's your goal of 2022?
Well, right now, my goal is to get at least 15 closings. I've already had one. I'm closing my next one on June 1st. Closing my next one on June 1st. I have a few promising leads going on that should probably be closing within the next month as well. This next month or two. So I'm trying to hit that 15 mark at a minimum. And really after that, the sky's the limit. I don't try to put a cap on myself and say, for 2022, I only want to do 13 deals. Because I feel like it just puts a hint of relaxation just in the back of your mind. And we're in the business where honestly, relaxation is gonna hold you in pocket. I send people houses 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Knowing that they're asleep, but they'll at least see it when they wake up. I tell people all the time, call and text me anytime. I have clients text me 5:30 in the morning or 11:45 at night. It's just about being, driven.
Love that. Great success early on. Wow. I know that that's inspiring for many new agents to hear. So I don't know who's on here right now, who's watching, but Ricky is in the office almost every single day, and a great person to come in and talk to. And just, how did you do that? But yeah, it's fantastic.
The goal that I set beginning of January, because I was taking Ignite, we followed you guys. A great thing. I mean, that's one of the things I think that contribute to my success is also Ignite, which is a long series of classes of training that we do here. But one of the goals that I set during that class was the dollar amount that I wanted my 1099 to be from Keller Williams, like at the end of the year.
Nice.
So, and I just kind of put that out in the universe, I'm not thinking on a regular basis, I need to get that deal or that deal or that deal. I'll just try to do the most that I can with understanding that I put that out in the universe and we'll see whether that happens or that I will try to make that happen.
So you have this number, right? That means something to you. There's a quote I heard years ago, and it stuck with me. The purpose of business is to fund a perfect life. Right? So Saleem, as you shared, it's about helping people, right, in getting in their perfect life in their house. And then at the end of the day, the reward that we get is not only the feeling, but that commission check, right, to fund our life.
That too. But the greatest feeling I ever had is when you close on a deal and it's with people who thought they wasn't ever gonna be able to buy a house. Like and like, oh, this day first house, they so excited. It's like Christmas to them.
Right.
And us as realtors, man, we like parents when we get our kid exactly what they want for Christmas. And you know the joy that you get. Well, I don't have any kids, but I know the joy that people get. Like when you come downstairs, you got everybody exactly what they want, and the joy, the smile that's on their faces. Like it's no better feeling than when you come into a closing and your clients. I had some clients at one time where we come to closing and the husband, his face just was red the whole time. The wife, she was smiling. The son, he was asking for me, like, oh, wait a minute, like us, you know, and they just were so happy because they didn't think they was ever made to buy a house. Like I said, it's helping people make real dreams come true, you know, and it's a great feeling. Like this is an important job. It's 3 things in life that you don't play with. You don't play with people's family, you don't play with people's money, and you don't play with people's homes. But with real estate, you're dealing with all 3.
Wow.
It's very important.
And I know that sounds kind of corny, what you just said, you know, because maybe for those of people that haven't experienced that, it might sound kind of corny or a sales, pitch, but until you really understand, the benefit and the feeling of helping someone, whether it's in real estate or wherever, and the reward that you personally feel from unconditionally helping someone is pretty amazing.
Yes, it is.
It's pretty amazing, and I think, me personally think that if each one of us does a little more of that, it would be such a much better world. But there's amazing benefit in being in a position that you can help others.
And so you all started, right? Just like everybody who gets their license, you start out taking that class that teaches you nothing about real estate, right? You gotta take a test. And then you get into real estate and you're like,
Now what?
okay, now what? So what gave you the confidence to jump into real estate and get started? Where did the confidence come from?
Well, while I was doing my other career, my brother had a lending company and my sister has an expert company in California. So while I was doing my other job, in between gigs, I would work there. So I've worked in that world in the last 15, 20 years. And so I had been part of real estate and I did enjoy real estate a lot. And then I started, me personally, investing, and I loved that. I realized what a piece of land, having a piece of land in your life can contribute. Because I think through the history of mankind, everybody wanted a piece of land that they can call their own. So there was something sacred about that for me. So I always loved real estate. So when I moved here, I thought, let me make it official. And I had the time, so I jumped.
I know for me, I used to do door-to-door sales with Verizon Fios, so it doesn't really get into too
You
tough.
can do that, you can do anything.
Yeah, right. So you interrupted some random guy's day. He's sitting on the couch drinking beer at 3:30. No, just honestly, just understanding. For me, it's just giving myself no other option. Number one, for me, real estate has to work. It's mandatory. And also just understanding who I am and the strengths that I bring, as far as just being versatile and adaptable to people and situations, and just understanding my way of connecting with people, talking to people, and just being able to use that to my advantage, not getting too outside of my comfort zone, and just always trying to keep myself in perspective.
Okay, my turn. All right, so what made me want to jump into it?
What gave you the confidence?
What gave me the confidence?
Yeah.
What gave me the confidence to come into it is that I wanted to be successful. So with wanting to be successful, success leaves footprints. So I started doing a lot. I do a lot of reading. Reading you must do. It helps expand your vocabulary, and it's just reading is just great. So with me doing that, I started looking up other people that are successful. And most people I can just say most, majority of people, when they ask them where the bulk of their success come from, or as far as their fortune, where their income coming from, they gonna say real estate. So with that being said, I decided I wanted to get into real estate. And as I got into real estate, I started realizing that I love real estate. But then it dawned on me later on that real estate always been in me. See, when I was like 17 years old and I got my first car, like I come from the inner city of Baltimore, and I used to get my friends, and we used to go over on 33rd Street and where all the big houses and the mansions, and I would get them, and I would go take them to go look at the houses, like, and didn't realize until later on that I've been doing this. They used to come to me the next day, hey, we gonna go look at houses again tomorrow? Yeah, man, we gonna ride over there. Like, had a good time doing it. So, like, I didn't know that later on it dawned on you, like, you've been doing this. You've been like, no, I love looking at houses. I love looking at houses.
You've been showing houses to your friends.
Yes. And I
Without
did
a
it.
license.
Yes. They didn't even notice it. But like when you come from the inner city, and that's what makes me want more, because where I come from, I come from a different background, but at the same time, I want to find the things in life. I want better for myself. I want better for my future family that I want to have. So I'm pushing myself, and it's not an option. I got to do this.
That's what, that seems to be a theme I just heard all of you say, like, I love the hunt, it's not an option, I have to do this, right? And you are. I see, we, the leadership team, the support team here, the coaching team, we see the three of you in here every single week, multiple times a week, if not every single day, right? Asking questions, knocking on our doors, reaching out to top producers here, right? Really showing that, hey, I'm in this. This is not a hobby. This is my life. Right? Real estate isn't a job. Right? Would you guys agree to that phrase? Real estate's not a job.
Absolutely.
You got. Actually, you really gotta love it. And I'm gonna give you the real game right now. You gotta get out there. Like the number one thing is you got to get out in the streets. So you gotta find clients and get them out there showing them properties. That's the only way you're gonna be able to get them to say, hey, write an offer on this. That's the only way you're going to. So you gotta, like, I haven't been here yesterday or Monday in this office. But I've been out in the streets. I've been showing properties all day. I was showing properties at 8 o'clock last night. Like, you got to get out in the streets. And I got as I'm leaving, I'm about to go right to your office now. Like,
Nice.
Yes. And I'm ready to get us more. Open houses is everything. Like, if you can't find some clients and you want to find good clients, start doing open houses. Find some of these agents and get around the right agents. Like, now every agent ain't gonna be an awesome agent. I mean, I'm going to keep it 100. Every agent ain't gonna be an awesome agent, but find the ones in here that you see that's a real symbol of success with this real estate. And for me, I'm going to honestly be true. Mel is everything. Like, Mel is a true story of success with this real estate. Her business is 97% prosperity. Like, you find agents like that, and you inspire, you get up under them, and you try to get some knowledge from them. Like, they just being around the right people will really help. You got to get your circle right.
Right.
Like, that is big. Like, who you be around is what you will become. You keep going to a barbershop, you're going to eventually get a haircut. Like, facts. Like,
That's very true.
so get around the right people. That is a must. If you want to be successful, find yourself some friends that are successful.
Or be at a market center that is successful, and be at a market center that supports that success.
Absolutely.
I think that's also really, really important. Because I have found, just knowing all the agents here, how supportive they are of the newbies. And you don't see that outside with other agents. You actually kind of get, you get a little bullied out there. Oh, he's a new agent, maybe I don't want to deal with him. But here is not the case. You got an agent like Mel, like you said, or Mark Simone, or other people that have been doing that for years and years,
My hope,
and
yeah.
they're ready to just leave their, corner office and come to yours that has no windows to sit down with you and show you how to do a contract, so that's huge. That's huge support, because you can have 25 clients, and if you don't have that support on how to write the offers, on how to negotiate, on how to do all those things, you might as well not have the clients, because you're not doing them any service. You're actually doing them harm.
Love that, and I think that's true for everything. One of the biggest things that when coming, I've been with Colorways for 7 years, and one of the biggest things to choose, kind of like you, I shopped around. I went to 6, 7 other brokerages before choosing, and I remember waiting for my interview with the person at Keller Williams, and while I was sitting there waiting, there was an agent off in like a table to the left and an agent off in the table to the right, and they were just had headsets on doing their thing. And the one agent sitting there and they're frustrated, they're sitting there and they're kind of like, oh, and the other agent noticed it, and he walked over and he goes, hey, are you okay? She goes, no, like this person's hanging up, this isn't working, this person's not, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And he said, well, let's practice. These are totally, number one, there were 2 top producers. That's why they weren't even new, they were 2 top producers. And had their own businesses, had their own successes. And the one just walks over and notices them, how can I help you? What do you need? Let's sit down, let's practice. Right? And that is something that I think you can go to anybody, coaches, agents, everyone to tap into.
Right. That's huge.
Absolutely.
It's huge.
Absolutely. So we have about a minute left. I want to kind of go down the row, and one final thing. We have new agents watching this. We have seasoned agents watching this. We have people at different brokerages watching this. It's a little mixture of everybody on here. What is one thing? We'll start down here and work our way down. What is one thing you kind of want to share to everybody for future success this year?
My personal success, or in general?
It's just a tip.
A tip.
Oh, wait.
A tip for them.
A tip. The tip that I always try to do and tell my nephews and nieces is just keep doing it. Not think about the results, just what I call outflow, and making causes. Just keep making causes, because those effects will come back to you. But you don't need to think about it. You just think of your everyday life. You just kind of like, I'm going to get up, I'm going to work out, I'm going to have breakfast, I'm going to make 20 calls, I'm going to, just sticking to that small schedule day after day after day will build, I think, an entire career.
Well, I heard routine, I heard structure, I heard the day-to-day will produce that result.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that.
That's exactly where I was going to go. Just as far as sometimes when we get in this day-to-day process, like I spoke about before, some days are better than others, some days are easier than others. Some days you might wake up and just say, you know what, I don't even feel like doing this today. You could have had a long night, not got sleep, or some personal things can be going on, but just sticking the course. Just like I said, just understand that every day is not going to be sunny and 85 degrees, and every day is not going to be stormy and 47 degrees either. Just staying through the balance, staying through the turbulence, just keep pushing. Just keep driven. Keep a good team around you. Keep somebody you can pick up the phone and say, hey, I got my first closing, and you can also call that person and say,
I see you, Rachel.
yeah, that was good right there. Or say, hey, things aren't going well. I want to throw a tantrum right now. Just somebody you can express to and get those feelings up off you, because I know for me, a lot of times when we're dealing with people's families, and like Saleem said earlier, these are big decisions for people. These are emotional decisions for people, and I feel like sometimes, I know for myself, I can get wrapped up in those emotions trying to help somebody. So when things are not going their way, I know I can get frustrated, but just understanding that, just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and things will be okay.
Okay, well for me, I think you just gotta get in here. What people fail to realize, real estate is a business of relationships. So with you getting in the office and actually being in here, you meet other agents that can help you be successful. So I'm big on your circle. So I just recently, this year I decided to become an independent agent, you know. And with that being done, you know, like, it's scary at first, you know, but you gotta have a team around you. Not even just a team around, but your circle. So just like I can come and ask Alana, Rachel, you know, Melissa, any of them for help, but also I got other agents that I help. And for other agents that help me, that I give calls to sometimes, and I just need a little bit of advice or, you know, guidance, you know, and for me right now, that's Mel, that's Danny Bird, that's Kenya Hill, George Savage. Like, I call these people and ask for help. Find successful agents that ain't got a problem with helping you, you know? Like, but the only way you're gonna do that is getting in this market center and meeting people. Like, you can't, if you're a new agent and you feel as though, oh, I'm an agent and I'm just gonna do this on my own from home, it's not gonna happen like that. I mean, you gotta get hit, and at the same point, you gotta learn how to do this. Now, I'm not gonna say go get on a team immediately or anything like that, but try the market center, try to get in here, get with Alana and them and learn that away, or because everybody learns different, or get with a team. I was on a team first. I was with the Savage Home Group, you know, and they definitely helped me, show me everything about how to write contracts, how to get a deal, how to close a deal. So, and I look at it like this: starting off, I'd rather make some money than make no money. So I got on a team and learned what I needed to learn. So, and then as I first do, I got everything. Then I decided to do it on my own. But also keep a circle around to help you be successful. You gotta find the right circle, man. You gotta find the right circle.
Can I just touch on what you said? Because a lot of people will join the team first, but like you said, some money is no money. I'm not on a team, and I just started in March. And honestly, if I wasn't in here all the time, I probably would still be looking for my first closing.
Absolutely.
My first open house was just from me just sitting here after a coaching session. I was talking to an agent, Brianna Stevens, and she was just like, "Hey, you know, what you doing this weekend? You want to come to open house?" Sure, fine, I'll be there. You know, I don't have any clients for a $600,000-$700,000 house, but I'll come help you with the open house. And you know, I picked up leads from that open house, but I would have never had gotten that opportunity. I wouldn't have never gotten a good portion of some of these that I have if it wasn't just for me being in the office, being present, and then being in the office and being interactive in the office, not just coming in and just tucking off in the corner and just thinking that's going to be, you know, okay. When you get in these coaching sessions, you guys gotta just communicate, role play. Don't be afraid to unmute your camera and go back and forth. You know, that's what it's there for. It's there for practice time. So that way when it's game time, when we are out in the field, it's all instinctive at that point. So.
You got to be around real estate. You got to be like you got to be in the office. Like, even though you might not be doing something, you will hear another conversation. Even though you're not paying attention, the subconsciously will pick up that conversation, and later on down the line, somebody asks you something, you answering this question that they asked you because you listened to this other conversation that you wasn't paying attention to, and then you got the answer. You got to be around real estate. Like, that's the only way to be successful, man. You gotta surround yourself around the right circle.
So, first of all, thank you, Angie. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Saleem. I know Melissa, Rachel, myself, the coaching department, love seeing you guys in the office every week, almost every single day, unless you're out and about showing houses, which is our business. And I heard two things I just want to end on, and it's stick with the plan. Just day by day. Baby steps every day, sticking with that structure, sticking with the routine, you'll see the results. Right. And the second thing is be around the right people.
Absolutely.
Network with the right top agents. Come into the office. Don't try to do this on your own.
Absolutely.
Right? Absolutely. We're all here to support you. And when I say all, it's not just leadership and coaching. It's everybody on this panel as well. You can come in here and ask any of them questions at any point in time, and they will 100% love to help you.
I want to say one more thing though, and I'm done. It's not even just us. not even just them. This office alone, I can say you can step anybody and ask them a question, they will give you a helping hand. But
Yeah,
nobody seems like they got too much, they're too busy not to give you a helping hand.
Right.
They don't know the answer, they send you to the right person who do know the answer.
300 plus agents who are willing to sit there and provide you with whatever you need. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to see all your next